G'day guys, my name is Lockie, and today I'm going to be doing something that I didn't really think I would really ever do, but I want to give it a go. It sounds like a bit of fun, so I'm going to do sort of like a story, I guess? Something that just happened at school a few days ago that seemed just weird enough to, tell a story about. So, well, first of all, I'm not going to totally become a story channel. Probably not at all, unless people really like this. This is not going to be something that I'm always going to be doing. It's just something that I wanted to do now. So, I'm at school. Fairly new school, but, I'm enjoying it. It's alright. I don't know if I was enjoying it. I mean, it still is school. So yeah, I'm at school, and we've got religion. So religion is something that sort of is compulsory, it's sort of a bit annoying, but you have to deal with it. So everyone's sort of getting ready for religion. It's the start of class, Everyone knows it's going to be pretty slow and not much is going to happen. So we get in and we sit down, and she doesn't actually mark the roll. I'm not going to say the name of the teacher. She makes us sit down. For some reason, she makes us sit in alphabetical order. That's actually changed now after this. So we sit down, get in our areas, our spots, and she starts off with a prayer. And she starts speaking, and it's very slow, and she's just very respectful. And, I can understand that. It's religion. She obviously very much believes in it, which is fine. But so with the seating plan, I'm sitting right in front of these kids that are sort of, they're not exactly the most mature, but they're doing their thing, and one of them's got a water bottle, and he's sort of flipping it around and sort of playing with it, I guess. Wasn't even doing that much, but so the teacher, she stops, and then sort of we wait for 30 seconds of silence, and it's really awkward, and there's a few giggles going around, and everyone's just sort of sitting there, and we're like, okay, what do we, okay. So then she starts again, and he keeps on fiddling with the water bottle. So I literally just say to him, mate, just stop, because she's been staring at him for because she stopped again, and she was staring at him, and half the class was staring at him as well. And he just kept on going. So I said stop, and then I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure she sort of starts again, and then he keeps on just doing stupid stuff, and there's a lot of sort of giggling going around. So eventually she stops again, and she says to the whole class, anyone who's been giggling or laughing or whatever, stand up. So me and pretty much half the class, and it probably could have been even more if everyone who was giggling stood up, because there was pretty much the whole class. But most of the class had stood up, and we're all sort of standing around thinking what's going to go on here. And so then the teacher sort of comes out, and she's like, I've been very offended by you guys laughing. I feel that you've been trying to offend me, my beliefs, my religion. And she went on and on about how we disrespected her, and we've done the worst thing to her. And then she also went on and said, oh, you're just encouraging him and stuff, which was ridiculous, because we weren't. We were just laughing because of the really awkward silence, and which is pretty reasonable. We're all grade 10 now, we're all 14, 15 years old, and it's just awkward when you're sitting in a class and it's really silent and the teacher's just being a bit weird. But so she says that, and it was just sort of a back and forth between her and this kid, and he just keeps on back chatting to her and doing all these stupid things and just saying them just the dumbest stuff, and everyone just standing there just so 20 minutes later, it's already been 20 minutes and we're still standing up, which is which was just weird. And of course, we're all very quiet. Like, everyone's sort of still giggling a bit because it's just really awkward. And, the teacher's sort of going on about how we've offended her. And then eventually, it's just, she goes quiet. And it's been a few minutes, and everyone's just very, very awkward. And I speak up. I actually say something. And I was freaking out when I thought she was going to, like, absolutely just freak out and say, how dare you talk, and go on about that. But no, she let me talk, and I basically just explained to her, we're sorry. I don't think anyone was trying to offend you. We were just giggling because of the awkward silence, and no one was trying to encourage him. Like I said, we were just giggling because of the awkward silence, which was really, like, no one was trying to offend her or anything. So it was just weird, and no one really knew what was going on. So, and she said thank you, and then this kid who was fiddling with a water bottle said, I don't know, I forget what he said. He just made some sort of comment on what I said, and then she said for me to tell him to be quiet, and I just stood there. I was like, seriously, like, because it's not. I've never really had a teacher ask me, not a student, to say be quiet to another. Like, it was just weird. And then I said back to her, so you want me to say be quiet to him? And then the whole class just cracked up laughing because, like, we'd been standing up for 20 minutes and this was seriously happening. And so, yeah, I sort of don't know what to say, but I sort of say, like, half laughing, be quiet, and, like, in a sort of really confused voice, because I was super confused. And she says thank you, and then she says you can sit down. So I could sit down, and I think she said to all the people that were still sitting down, you can go on your computer or whatever and just sort of wait for some reason. I don't know. But it just kept on going on, and he kept on saying stupid stuff, and she kept on going on about stuff, and must have been another 20 minutes. So we've been standing up for about 40 minutes now. We haven't got anything done. We haven't even finished the prayer. We still haven't finished the prayer. I don't know what happened. We're just forgetting about that prayer, but it's all right. So we're still standing up, and then she gets out like a list, and she starts writing down people's names. She goes around the class in alphabetical order, because that's how we're sitting, and she's writing out every single one of our names, everyone who was standing up. But I was lucky because I was sitting down after what I said, so I felt really bad because I was sitting down and everyone else had to stand up and just get their name. I don't know what she did with it. She probably just, I've got no idea. And then she makes every single person who was standing up say sorry and apologize to her. And so they have to all make up this sort of crap that, oh, we're very sorry for offending you, and we're not trying to do that. Yeah, no, you know what I mean. And so she gets around, pretty much everyone has said that, and they get to sit down. And it gets to 3 people. The kid who was fiddling with the water bottle, who kept on saying he didn't want to stand up during the 40 minutes, and his mate who was sitting next to him, who kept on saying all this, like, going on about, oh, my legs are cramping and all this sort of stuff. You know what I mean. And so it's him, so the kid with the water bottle, his mate, and I think it's another one of their mates just sort of sitting off further away from them. And they're all standing up, and she gives out this worksheet, or she wants us to write down, I think it was like the 3 ultimate questions for religion. I know, right? It sounds, oh, we have to answer these questions. Pretty extreme. So, we do that. We answer the questions, but what she does, so this was actually before she made everyone sit down. So just, sort of just imagine everyone's still standing up. And so she makes us write it down. And a few kids try to sort of sit down and start doing it. But she says, no, you have to stand up and do it. So there's all these kids standing up with their workbooks, just writing in these questions. And, I'm just sitting there, like, so confused to what's going on. So this happens, and then, so she just let us sit down and all that after, everything. And we have 5 minutes left. So it's a 50-minute class, the whole class. like the period. It was I think it was fifth period, so the second last class of the day. So fifth period, and we're all sort of want to go home. I think was it when Tuesday? It was either yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. Whatever. Um, so everyone sort of just wants to get out of there, and I think like how long did we actually get work? I think it was about like 5 minutes. So people were standing up for about 45 minutes in class, in a religion class, with a teacher that's going off her tree saying we've offended her and going. So there you go. That's my story. This is something a bit different. I've never really thought I'd do something like this, but I wanted to. So I hope you enjoyed. Write down in the comments what you think, and also write down in the comments if you want me to do other stories. Like I don't know. I don't know. Do I have any else? I don't know. I'll work it out. If you want to see it, write in the comments, and yeah, I'll see what happens. So thank you for watching. Maybe leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and see ya.